Hello everyone, welcome to August. Yes, summer holiday season for those of us with children at school. Always an interesting time of year, especially for us modelers, because seasonally it's when we start dropping off and doing less modelling because, you know, we've got things to be doing on the house, in the garden, we're actually going away on holiday, your kids are home, so you go doing day trips and what have you. So there's other stuff taking up your time, so it becomes a quiet time of the year. But in the background to all of that, those of you involved in the group builds have still got timelines to do and still got things to be building. So this is the group build update. So, 1st of August, that means that we've got one group build heading towards its end point, where you're in the final month of it, and that is the classic kit group build. So, I'm not going to remind you of the rules, because if you don't know now, quite frankly, it's probably a bit too late. At a push, you could bang out a 176 Matchbox kit or something like that, or maybe a 172 Airfix fighter or something, maybe. But you know, pretty much time has gone on that. It's now about making sure that you get things done right. So the intention is during September we will have the showcase of all of the builds that were done for the classic kit group build. So if you've not been involved in a model kit stuff showcase before, what it basically is a video I put together sharing your work with everyone else. It's a lot of fun, they're very popular, and I love them because I get to see all this work you've been doing that's been inspired by my group builder, in this case your group build as well, because as subscribers you chose this, we chose the subject together, and we worked through the rules of it together. So I'm hoping that more people got involved as a consequence of that decision making process, and we are going to do that again for next year's group build. So we have 3 group builds now. This is probably going to be the routine going forward, but we will talk about that in a different video at a different time. So if you are in the classic kit group build, you have got until the end of August to finish your build. Okay, so we will do the showcase in September to make sure people have got time to finish their builds. You can start sending me the images of your completed builds from the 1st of September. Please don't send them before that, because there is a good chance I will miss your email. Well, when I say miss, I'm not going to necessarily miss it, I will see it, but then when I come to do the editing I'm going to forget about it, because I received it before the deadline, the opening date of doing it. So what I'm saying is 1st of September, send me your photographs. I will give you a week to do it. Right, so the rules around the images, there is no particular issue in terms of size, because I can scale them pretty much. What I'd say is try and take your photographs landscape. So where's my phone? What have I done with my phone? Not organised. There we go. So landscape, so take them that way round, not that way round, because if you take them that way round, they get squeezed in the video, and we might miss the top and the bottom, or we have to shrink it and people can't see the detail of all that you've done, your lovely work. So landscape, take your picture, landscape. Doesn't matter whether you take it on a digital camera, your mobile phone, whatever it is, really doesn't matter. You can be as professional or as unprofessional as you like with your photograph. You know, I don't care about your background, I'm interested in your model. So, but do think about how you show it off best, especially as I'm limiting you to 4 pictures. If you send me more than 4, and there's always someone that does, I will pick the 4 I think show the model off the best. If you send me something like 15, I haven't got time to go through all those, so you might find that you don't get your model in there at all, because I'm not going to trawl through them and make the decisions. I haven't got time. When I'm putting all of these together, my time is a premium. So if you send me 4 pictures that you've decided out of all the pictures you took are the best and the ones you want to share, that's a lot easier for me, and you get to ensure that you get the views you wanted to share. So 4 pictures of your model, giving us a good impression of the finished piece. Okay, so classic group build coming to an end, really exciting. If you have any questions, you can put them down in the comments and I will endeavour to answer them. Okay, if when I'm putting your photographs in I can see you've broken the rules, then your photographs won't go in. So again, I've not had an issue with anyone breaking the rules so far, although I did have a suspicion of one person last year, and I ended up putting them in, but I did and ah about it. So if you're going to send me a model, picture of a model that's covered in dust, I'm fairly sure you've not built that recently. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, so you've had a timeline to build this, which started on the 1st of March. So yeah, just be honest with all of us and yourselves, and make sure that your pictures are of the model that you've built during the group build. Okay, so there we go. That's what you need to do for the classic kit group build, and then probably if we get all the pictures in the first week of September, on the second week of September I'll edit the video. Well, I'll start on the first week and we'll finish it on the second week, with a view to getting it out mid-September and closing off the group build. Now then, in September another group build starts, but it is for members only. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So there are currently 2 levels of membership on my channel. So there is Petty Officer, which is 99p a month, and there is Midshipman, which is $4.99 a month. And if you go underneath the video and any of my videos, and you're on a laptop or a computer, you will find a little button that says join. It's next to my little logo and stuff. So if you click on that, a little panel opens, and you've got the option there to look at the differences between the two, and join up. So the group build for members is open to both types of members. So even if you're only paying 99p a month, you know, I appreciate the contribution. You can get involved in the group build. If you're paying the $4.99 a month, not only can you get involved in the group build, but in the social group you can share your pictures, and you can ask questions and you can talk about your build and so on and so forth. So that's a great place for everyone to share your progress, see your progress, and you know, see how other people in the group build are getting on. I know there's a lot of interesting builds being planned. So yeah, we have this group build happening, and it's for all members. Now we will do a showcase at the end of that. So if you're a petty officer membership level and you're paying 99 pence a month, you will still be involved in the showcase. We'll be able to see what you've done when you share your photographs at the end, and I will give you an update in here as to when I need you to send those pictures in. But just like with the other group build, don't send them in when you're finished just because you've finished. You know, take your pictures, keep hold of them, and wait for me to give you the prompt. Okay, so members only group build. It's called Wheelie Things, and basically it's the antidote for all of those people that didn't want to get involved in the Floaty Things group build. So what you have to do, I'm gonna just quickly read through the rules of this one. So what you have to do is build a model of something that is clearly supposed to be moved by wheels. So let's just define what that is. So that could be a truck or a car or a bus or a lorry or you know, anything that moves around on wheels. But it also could be a half-tracked vehicle or a fully tracked vehicle like a bulldozer or a tank. Yeah, because primarily it's moving on wheels. So those are all acceptable. So it really opens that up. But you can also build aircraft as long as it is sat on its undercarriage. So it needs to be sat on its wheels, wheels out. So you can't build an aircraft undercarriage up on a stand showing it flying. No, because we can't see the wheels. So we've got to be able to see the wheels. That's the little rule around all of this. There is no limits on the age of the kit. You can do a modern kit, you can do an old kit. There is no limits on aftermarket. There is no limits on what you do with decals or scratch building or anything like that. It can be in a diorama or not in a diorama, just a standalone model. It's all your choice. So there's no rules around any of that. So you can basically build any kit as long as it's got wheels. Yeah. Putting something on a trailer doesn't count. So you can't build a lifeboat, put it on a trailer being towed, and not have a vehicle that's pulling it along. That wouldn't be allowed, because strictly speaking, it's, you know, the main viewpoint is the boat. But you can have a tank transporter and put a boat on it. You know, that would be fine, because the tank transporter is the wheelie thing. Yeah. Okay. So the other rule is that you have to have a date stamped photograph of the kit in its box at the start of the build. Now, for those of you who are members and in the social group, then there will be a stream opened up in the social group for you to do that. So what I will want is a photograph of the contents of the box, clearly not made up, with your mobile phone or something like that up, which is showing the date and the time. You take a photograph, you put it in there, and that's evidence that you started the kit on the day of the group build. So, or after, that's up to you. So on the 1st of September, that thread will go up in the social group. I will put my picture up which will give you an idea of what I'm looking for, and everyone else can do the same as they start their builds thereafter. If you, for some reason, are a member and have chosen not to join the social group, or you're on the lower level entry fee, which doesn't give you access to the social group, then you can email me that picture. Okay, if you, I will keep a record of all these pictures, you see. So if you don't send me a picture at the start of the group build to prove that you started the build on that date, then you won't be getting your picture shared in the showcase. Okay, so let's just have some evidence that you started the build on the date, then we build. Happy days. The group build runs for 6 months, so it will end when we start the general group build for everybody on the 1st of March 2026. So you've got plenty of time. Now, if you are a midshipman member and you haven't joined the social group, now is the time. All you need to do is send me an email with your membership name, so the name that you use on YouTube, and your Facebook name, and I will send you a link to the social group, and then you come and join it. Now, even if you don't have Facebook, you can join Facebook, join my group. You don't have to do anything else with Facebook. Okay, the Facebook group is a lovely area. Everyone's friendly. There's no trolls. There's nothing but friendly chat, getting on with people. People have made friends, and you know, they're talking about the bit. People have done their own buddy builds inside the social group, which has been a lot of fun to see, you know, and we share what's going on in our lives outside of modelling as well. So, you know, it's a really good social group. So that's what's going to be happening with the members only build. I'm really looking forward to this because it's such a wide spectrum of kits, and I know that there are people here who have not been involved in the other 2 group builds that we've run this year, and so this is their opportunity to do something fun and get involved with the channel and the community. Okay, so that's that. So that'll run until March, and that gives us continuity of a group build, and that's our 3rd group build of the year. The second one was the one that started in March, but in January we started our first group build, which is continuing to run up until around about the middle of December, and that's the Floaty Things group build, which is aimed at people building ships and putting them in. So yeah, there we go. Floaty Things is still running. I would love to know where people are on these, because there's been a number of ships and big projects involved in this, and that's why it's running for 12 months. And it's also why we have a certain rule set that allows you to submit projects that you may have already started beforehand. So let's just quickly go through the rules. It has to be something that is clearly floating. So whilst it's aimed at ships and boats, you can do a diorama of I don't know, a car floating down a stream, or caught in a flood or something like that, or a cat in a bucket floating down the stream. I mean, if you're really creative, you could do a diorama of a couple of kids playing poo sticks and show the sticks going under the bridge. They're floaty things. So yeah, there is room for manoeuvre in there if you don't like building boats and ships. Certainly, I know one person is going to be submitting their Airfix Stalwart as a floaty thing because it's an amphibious land vehicle, so it is designed to operate in water. It's got water jets, it can navigate rivers and things like that, so that's a floaty thing designed to float. It is floating, so that's what it's going to do. So, you know, a Schwimmwagen, it's a floaty thing. So that you've got options. So middle of December that finishes. It doesn't matter when you started the build. What matters is that you finish the build before the end of December, where I'll be asking for photographs for a showcase, and the showcase will probably be right in the new year, and we'll edit it over the Christmas New Year holiday period. That's sort of the plan. So you've got time, but time is ticking because we are in August. So you've got about 3.5 months left. Let's just focus your mind. If you're building a ship, you've got 3.5 months left. And you can put in as many entries as you like. So I've got my Sherborne, that's going to be in there. I've also got my classic build, the Elizabethan, that can go in there. So I've got multiple entries. This won't be done in 3.5 months because of how busy we are with other things. Yeah, so as long as your build is completed, you'll be able to put it in. But don't worry, because we may well be doing a Floaty Things or Floaty Things orientated build next year. So I need to think about that, but because we focus a fair bit on ships in this, I think it would be really nice to keep a ship group build going, because so many other channels and forums say, oh, you can't have a group build of a ship. Yes, you can. You've just got to have the will. I have the will. You're building the kits. It's beautiful. So I need an update. Where are you? Where are you with your classic group build? Where are you with your Floaty Things group build? In the comments below, I want to know how are you getting on? Are you going to get it built in time? What have you got left to do? If you're a member, you can share that, and I see that. But I know some of you are getting towards the end of those builds now, so really excited. Are you done? Have you got your pictures taken? Are you waiting for the prompt to send them to me? Then, you know, great. So, let's see. Last thing to say. If you're going to be sending me your pictures for the group build, you're going to send them to my email. So, again, not until the middle of the month, okay? So I will reiterate on my table talk this exact date for sending the photos. The 18th of August. That's your critical date. That is the date when you are allowed to start sending me those photographs. You send the photographs to modelkitstuff@gmail.com. Please, just 4 photographs. It makes my life so much easier. I'm also going to need your name, or if you prefer, the name you use on YouTube, and also the name of the kit and the year it was tooled. Okay, so for example, mine will be Jason or Model Kit Stuff, Hella Elizabethan, 1971. Yeah. You can also put the scale on if you wish. You know, in my instance, I can't remember what the scale was. Was it 1/200? I don't remember. I think it was 1/200. But yeah. So as a minimum, I need the age of the tooling and the what the kit is. Ideally, the manufacturer and the scale. So doing all of that sort of stuff. I can put that in the pictures. We do that as a frame, so if you've seen them before, it'll say what it is, then we'll have your 4 pictures. So that is the plan. So I think that is it. That's your update on the 3 group builds. We've got one continuing to run, one coming to an end, one about to start. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments. Give us updates on where you are with your group builds. 18th of August, you can send me the photographs, modelkitstuff@gmail.com, 4 images with the information that we've talked about. And I am so looking forward to seeing the end result of this classic group build. I know a lot of people were looking forward to it, so I'm crossing my fingers that we've got a good intake of photographs at the end. Don't be scared of sharing your photographs. We don't care what your modelling ability is here. We care about the fact that you've enjoyed your model building. Doesn't matter about anything else. That is actually the important thing, that you've been having fun with it. Life's too short not to have some fun, so get those models built and share it with us. Okay, so thank you very much. You enjoy your modelling. I will see you very soon with either one of my builds or a kit review or a table talk or even a model kit's other stuff video. Bye for now.